So another thing we thought about talking about was Rousseau a little bit on morality. So this is like a near quote. Uh, we blame, this is from his book Emile, the big book Emile on education, but it's really kind of presents like a comprehensive sort of, I don't know, diagram or comprehensive conditions in his view for modern life, modern, especially liberal life in free countries, the sort of comprehensive view on what is a human being in modern times. But here he says, we blame God for our wickedness when we had the power to stop it at the beginning, before our habits were formed. We did not at first know how to occupy our mind with the objects that it ought to know in order to evaluate those it does not. So the first part of that, yeah, we blame God for our wickedness when we had the power to stop it at the beginning before our habits were formed. Yeah, I thought that was interesting in linking like with morality and good and evil behavior, we tend to essentialize and look at those as coming from some kind of essential uh, part of who we are, from our nature, whether we're sort of good or evil. And Rousseau is trying to say, I think he's trying to say so much of our behavior just comes from our habits and maybe habits that were very long in forming, or maybe lack of good habits, and sort of some kind of bad default. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on this?
Mhm. Well, kind of like I first said before, like kind of like along the lines are saying that it's kind of a tendency we have to try to look to the outside,
Mhm.
and we kind of have those problems in our lives, and
Mhm. Do you think we have a
but
responsibility for trying to form this? This sounds a little bit like Aristotelian character development that we've talked about recently. Do you think we have a responsibility to form our habits, or to be careful about bad habits that might be forming in our lives?
yeah, I think so, because yeah, I did kind of use that responsibility. So yeah, we have a responsibility to kind of look after ourselves in that way.
Hmm.
And but yeah, it's hard to want to accept that, and
Hmm.
and us kind of choosing the influences we allow to like control us or influence us
Why is it hard?
in a way. Uh, I don't know, maybe because some of these maybe we would didn't choose originally. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
just something that was around us as a child. So
Mm-hmm.
just it makes it more ingrained. And then being told you have to change it once you realize it's wrong, it's difficult. And I could see why people don't want to accept that and just want to blame like their environment or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, that there's obviously implications in this quote about how we educate children.
mhm,
But yeah, besides that, in a way, when you become an adult, you have a second childhood where you could be said to you are forming your future self, and yes, also unforming your past self
mhm.
sometimes.